Well, it's the 4th of July, and the U.S. court system is still completely full of shit. The reality of the injustice system in the United States is that it's been completely bought. Now, Gretchen Morgenson and Bill Moyers and a lot of other people all over the country, like Edward Snowden and Matt Taibbi and let's see, Catherine Fitz, Kelly O'Meara. There's a good one for you, Kelly O'Meara, and huge numbers of people that are trying to stop the extradition of Julian Assange will tell you that the U.S. court system's completely full of crap, which it is. It is full of crap. Now, I want to give you an example. New York State does huge amounts of business in North Carolina. But according to the United States appellate courts and according to the United States Supreme Court and according to all the federal district courts in North Carolina, New York State doesn't do any business in North Carolina, which is an absolute lie. It's a fraud. They block people's lawsuits by claiming you can't have court venue or court jurisdiction on diversity of citizenship in North Carolina because New York State doesn't do any business in North Carolina. This is a real case, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if 500 pages of millions of dollars in travel expenses were supplied to the courts directly from the comptroller of the state of New York, the Office of the Secretary of State, revealing that vast amounts of money is spent for New York State officials to travel to North Carolina and conduct their business. So millions of dollars in travel expenses for New York State to conduct business in North Carolina are just completely ignored by the courts of the United States that have fraudulently claimed that New York State doesn't do any business in North Carolina, which is a giant load of crap, just like what's in the St. Lawrence River and then the Hudson River and in Lake Champlain and Lake George and the Chesapeake Bay and the Great Lakes. And take a look at what's going on in England, how they flush sewage all over England down the rivers. The same thing's going on in the United States, and the United States court system wants to keep it a secret. They don't want anybody to dig into the facts, conduct some robust discovery into how the governments of the states of the United States use the river systems to flush vast amounts of sewage, driving the pandemic. Because you see all that sewage is full of viruses and pathogens. Now, my breakfast is here, so I'm going to cut this broadcast short. And thank you. We're going to enjoy the breakfast. How about that? That's a pretty good looking breakfast, isn't it? So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the way it is. July the 4th, 2022, in the Empire, the grand city on the hill.